has it.
Mm.
Rumor has it.
Mm-hmm.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Wes and Amanda are really fucking.
No way.
Word on the
This
street.
this can't be.
The rumors have resurfaced. Maggie, you're off social media, so you haven't
I
seen.
am.
It's
Tell
back.
me.
Should I
What's
jump?
going
Should I
on?
jump to the rumors, or do we want to do the episode first, or should I just do the rumors first?
Rumors, rumors.
The
All the
rumors won't
rumors
take
are
as
true.
long, but we've
Okay.
addressed on this podcast. First of all, hey y'all, we're jumping into it because there's a lot to say. Hi, I'm Brandon. Welcome to the Shade of
Ah,
It All.
I'm Maggie. I'm excited for
Yeah.
the tea.
The tea. Well, you know what? The thing about the tea, it's all
Mhm.
alleged, but when you get enough allegedly tea bags into one cup, you have tea. The tea
Wait,
has brewed.
is there any like solid evidence or clues?
Allegedly, the latest in it is that a
Um,
neighbor from across the way or in the apartment building across took a picture, could see them through the window. That one I'm kind of iffy about. I'm
that's kind of
like,
crazy.
that's crazy. And I'm also like, who's this neighbor? Like, who's just taking pictures like that? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But okay, here's the thing. So we had talked before on this podcast about the West and Amanda rumors and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that. And we were kind of like, don't think they're true. People are saying, but it doesn't seem to be true. I will
Yeah.
say, when Kyle was asked on Watch What Happens Live, he gave an answer that was a little odd, in my
What'd he say?
opinion. It was kind of like I don't know or I don't believe it to be true, but whatever makes Amanda happy. And it was
Hmm.
kind of like, that wasn't a definitive no. But
Mm-mm.
we'll take it because then the rumors kind of died down. There was no more like stories, people seeing it. It fizzled. So
Mm-hmm.
then this week,
This week.
West was on Watch What Happens Live.
Mm-hmm.
And in typical West fashion, he didn't clarify anything low key. He kind of made it worse. He gets asked about like, oh, the rumors with you and Amanda, like what's going on? And he's like, yeah, that's kind of been happening with a lot of people that she's been like seen with. And like, the thing is like she's single, like I'm teaching her the streets. And they're
I'm
like,
teaching her the streets?
yes. And they were
Interesting.
just like, yeah, so you guys are friends? And he's like, yeah, she's someone I care about. Like she's a friend, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's just like, because he kept going on and they were eventually like, but you guys aren't hooking up, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was just the way he answered and the way that he couldn't just give a yes or no. He had to give a weird, like, yo, that's been happening a lot to people she's been around. It's like,
Interesting.
okay, well, that wasn't an answer, but we kind of got there, but we were kind of spoon fed it, but sure.
Yeah.
But people clocked that it was weird. Now, the main thing, I'm going to get into why I really kind of believe something happened. People have noticed that Amanda and Ciara haven't been engaging with each other on social media. At least Ciara hasn't been
Oh,
liking her posts. Now,
yeah.
I didn't think too much about this at first because I had a conspiracy theory. I think while they were filming in the city, so after they finished filming season 10, like this season we're watching of Summer House, I had a theory that Ciara was at odds with everybody
Mm.
because I also noticed she wasn't liking Amanda's post around then. And there was like a group event that she only took a picture with Lindsey, but then everyone else took like a group picture. And I was like, that's odd. But then like BravoCon happened and everyone was good. She was paired with Amanda like for interviews. It seemed all fine. So I was just like, okay, that must be weird. It must be the algorithm because Instagram, its algorithm's kind of like fucked. Like I see people I don't even follow. It's hard to even see friends sometimes. So like, I kind of get
Yeah.
it. And then they were on Watch What Happens Live after the premiere of this
Hmm.
season. So I'm like, okay, they're good. But then it started happening again around the time the rumors started.
Oh gosh.
And then it hasn't changed. I think she liked one post, but then wasn't really engaging in others, but she engages with Paige.
And she
And
used to engage with Amanda as much?
I think she would at least leave a comment usually or something like that.
That's not, yeah, that's There's breadcrumbs. Okay, the interview I don't think is very like doesn't hold a lot of weight because he's stupid and he
That's
doesn't
what
know
I
how to
thought
talk.
too.
But her not liking stuff is interesting. But would Amanda do that to Ciara?
Well, here's the thing. There's more that happened that really piqued my.
Okay,
So,
so
Amanda and Sierra were supposed to do an Amazon Live together for like
mm-hmm,
the Ollie sleep gummies thing.
mm-hmm,
And it was supposed to be like together, like it was a partnership. They ended up doing it separately. And then
damn,
there was a post made about it and like suspecting why. And Sierra's makeup artist liked it. So that's what
that's
sold it for me.
yeah. I was about to say that's pretty solid. Her
That's
makeup artist liked it. I don't know. The makeup artist liking it is a stretch. No, like, are they friends?
I think
Like,
she's close with this makeup artist that the thing. I think they're like
uh,
close friends. So that's why, but then also it's like Amanda and West, like Amanda won't necessarily debunk the rumors. Like no
mm-hmm.
one's saying this isn't true. Which I
Yeah.
have suspicions that maybe it's the shows like don't like feed into this or whatever, like save it for the show, regardless of if it's true or not. But
Yeah.
Andy's asking people on Watch What Happens Live. And Amanda, before I found out about the Amazon Live thing, Amanda did respond to a comment because someone commented on some video speculating, and they were just like, "Oh, West is a safe friend that she would never date. Da 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 da. She just feels comfortable around him." And she commented back, "So true, but you don't got a date to fuck."
You don't. I was about to say maybe they just hooked up. Maybe it was like just one of those things where they just got really friendly one night and it just happened. I couldn't
Hmm.
imagine them dating, but I could imagine them hooking up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
I know this is like Scandival light. It's not
Yeah.
quite Scandival, but it's
Di- extra diet Sandoval.
extra diet.
Shit.
Um, Yeah, so it's pretty unfortunate. It just feels, it feels like something happened.
Look, I think Mercury's in retrograde. A lot of weird shit has been happening to me this week.
Mm,
I imagine that maybe in the month of March, late February, some shit went down. Isn't it ironic, though, that last week we had an episode with such a deep talk about how people are perceived, how Sierra specifically is perceived, being played by this white man. And if he did that, oh my God, it just makes everything worse for her.
mm-hmm. And it's just like, oh wow, you really don't give a fuck, West. Okay.
You don't care about me in any way.
Mm-mm.
It's a good thing
So
we're both off the well, it's a good thing you're off the West train now and we can both in solidarity like equally just
I'm happy for us as well that we're able to bond in this way. And you know what? He almost tried to get us back this episode, but it didn't work. Too late.
I was like, how? I didn't notice.
Well, people are really like, oh, I'm so glad he stood up for Amanda against Kyle.
Oh, is this how it started?
Low key,
Is
maybe
he
it
her knight in
ignited
shining
something.
armor?
It might have. It
I
did
didn't.
feel
Yeah,
oddly like, I don't know. I was like, now's when you're choosing to like stand up
stand
for
up for someone.
something.
You know. Oh, is that out of his character?
He doesn't stand up for anything. Himself, Sierra, his friends, nothing. Now all of a sudden, and even the way he stands up, I'm sorry, like people, even when it happened and like before the rumors kind of like resurfaced again, and people were just like, oh, yes, we love that he stood up for her. I was just like, he did, but like kind of barely. Like, Kyle, you do need to apologize. Like, oh, I'm like,
He pushed a note a
please.
couple times, like two or three times. He said,
Mm.
like, he was like, not a lot of fighting, but yeah, yeah.
He scrapped.
I mean, nobody else said anything, so
That is true. So when you say
I'll give him
something,
that. And nobody
but
says anything.
mm, but yeah, so that's the rumor mill. That's
Wow.
everything that's going on. It
Wow.
feels bleak. I just hope I'm like, damn, Sierra, I don't only got to worry about these men, but your friends too.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. If Amanda did that, that'd be really fucked up. And I bet West was like, they've already, if this is true, then they've already discussed it. And that's why he didn't know what the fuck to say and probably said the wrong thing. Because
Hmm.
what he said is not clearing anything up at all. It's like leaving it even more ambiguous.
It made it more sus.
Yeah.
It's like, West,
Oh gosh.
really? Before we jump into the episode, Maggie, how you been?
Bro, this has been like one of the weirdest weeks of my life. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what's actually I've had a weird couple few months. I got in the car accident. This week I broke out in hives.
Oh, yeah.
Um that was different. I'm not allergic to anything, so that was weird. Something just like people who I haven't spoken to in years popping up in my life, like just it's been a really weird week. I mean, not I'm fine, but like it's just like I was just like, huh, interesting.
You're like, this is
Interesting
odd.
interesting chain of events. I don't know.
Right.
How has your week
No.
been?
It's been fine. Why do I like not remember it? I'm like,
Me, once I get to Friday, today is Friday. We're recording on Friday. It's Friday night. I don't know what
right?
happened yesterday. What did
I'm
I what
like,
did we eat for dinner Monday? Who knows?
it's a good question. I don't remember. I think I had some buffalo chicken dip from my aunt because it was my cousin's baby shower this past
Oh,
weekend.
how was
So that
that?
was good. Shout out to Brandy.
What are they having?
Um, they're having a boy.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's sweet. She's due in May.
Wait, is
So
this
it's
the first
soon.
grandbaby of the
No,
cousins?
her brother had two kids.
Oh, okay.
So, but I don't really talk to her brother. Um,
So it's the first to you? No, I'm just kidding.
First to me. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that was fine. And then this week, I just had work and I haven't had much to do at work. So I've been like kind of lazy, which I'm
Yep.
fine with.
Well, buckle
But
up for month end close next week.
I know starting Wednesday, can't wait. Um, but in the meantime, in between time, y'all, we got this episode of Summer House, episode 8. Which Andy deemed Kyle's worst showing in 10 years.
We'll,
Um,
we'll talk about this more.
Whenever Andy says that, just know it's not true.
Yeah.
Andy's tripping. He got mad at Sarah Michelle Gellar
Hmm.
because she deemed Real Housewives of Beverly Hills boring. He was like, how dare she come on a radio show that has my name in the back and call it boring? She was like doing it with some other podcast or radio show host, like, but in his studio or something. And like, but she was on Watch What Happens Live. And he's like, she said she liked it in Watch What Happens Live or in some interview. And it's like, well, she's not going to like be rude and be like, your show sucks.
In
Like,
front of
cause
your face.
right. And also in the interview, she said nice things about it too. She was just like, this season's kind of boring. And it is. And he's just like, why would she come and bash my like he was really on one. I was just like, don't disrespect Sarah
Oh.
Michelle Gellar. And also everyone's telling you it sucks because it sucks.
Yeah, I was about to say Andy can be a little territorial sometimes when it comes to particular things.
Mm-hmm. In
Um,
particular franchises.
and his cards. So,
My cards.
my cards. Sorry about your cards, Andy.
Sorry, Andy. That was
Um,
funny.
I mean, she could have said worse things. That's
Right.
interesting. Yeah, look, anytime somebody or anytime a show producer, partner. I mean, he did this with the Karen interview. Karen's set down was groundbreaking, the best piece of housewives cinema we've
So
had
much
in Potomac.
accountability.
Like where was the accountability taken? They just might like I really just think that the producers are just way too in there to they're too desensitized. They don't know us. They watch
They
stuff and they're like,
don't.
this is gold. Or they're just gaslighting us to turn it on. He's like, this episode's gonna suck, so Andy, you need to make a post to make sure our viewership is okay tonight.
Right. Or at least just like say nothing. Like, I don't know. It's just like
Mm.
he always makes like definitive and like, yeah, Alan coming with traders, like, oh, the banquet or something.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be a
be
bloodbath.
it's like it barely was. Like it was kind of
Barely is.
funny, but that
Lisa kissed me. That was it. Like that was the only like
jam jam.
gem. Yeah.
And
And
it's
he's
like,
like,
that was such a brief moment.
it was compared to everything else. So yeah, I think they do it for episodes they just want people to tune in on, or maybe they're losing some engagement and they're like, just make a post, people will believe you.
Yeah, which fine, but regardless, so we jump into the episode. It's after dinner from the previous episode, and they go out and have fun, and then everyone goes back to the house and everyone's partying. Kyle is DJing. The world's at peace
Hmm.
for now,
For now.
because God forbid people decide they don't want to dance anymore.
Hmm.
So Sierra, West, Amanda, KJ, and Ben go to the hot tub. They're having like random talks. They're like, oh, Ben's spicy. And Amanda's like, Ben, do you choke during sex? And I'm like, this isn't diluting the rumors.
Mm-mm.
But sure. But they're just talking, and then Kyle's just inside with the crown on his head, just like they like ditched me. And I'm like seeing Amanda have fun with other people, and it's just like, what the fuck? It's like
We kind of went through this last season, right? Didn't she like have there was something that happened and she was just like, Kyle just doesn't like it when I have fun without him.
it was earlier, it was the
Or
premiere
is
this
it
season when
this season?
she went in the pool and she had just her bra and underwear.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Hmm. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
And when we were watching this live, I was like, why don't you just go in the hot tub? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
You act
Just
like
go talk.
they left together and went on a separate like excursion. Like they're outside. Just walk outside, you big ass baby.
The door's open. You see them. It's not like they're hiding.
Right.
Like they just didn't want to dance anymore. My God. God forbid. But he goes outside and he brings his speaker, and this was actually like the bleakest moment to me, like of like Kyle being drunk, as far as just like seeing like the old guy at the party try to reclaim his youth back. And he's just like doing this awkward dance over the speaker, and it's so like weird and cringy. And I was just like, oh, Kyle, this is not it.
Yeah, it was. I was just like, you're trying to make fetch happen. Why don't you just join the group in whatever they're doing? He
But no, it
he
has to be fun on his terms.
he really wants to be the center of attention. Remember last season when he was putting on his shorts and he was like, "No, and Amanda's like, "Just put your pants on. You don't have to make an announcement. Nobody
Just
cares."
change.
My God, no, he really wants to like whatever he feels is important. He'd like everyone to participate in with him.
He has to. I also noticed it because sometimes they'll post like behind the scenes videos, like on TikTok, like just fun videos or whatever.
Mm.
And Kyle just always, when he sees the cameras on, he's just like, "Oh, what's happening?" And has to make himself like front and center. It's like, sir.
Yeah, relax.
But anyways, so I think Sierra's like, "Okay, enough of that, Kyle." And then he's like, "Amanda, you don't support me. You don't fucking hate me." And she's like, what? Am I the least supportive wife according to you? And he's like, yeah, yeah, you are. Fuck you, bitch. He didn't say the bitch part yet. But he says that, and it's like, whoa, like, wait a minute. Like,
That's a bit much.
this feels a little extreme.
Mm-hmm.
And even like everyone's there just like, Kyle, like, what the fuck? And then
Mm-hmm.
Amanda's like, it's fine. We'll just celebrate his birthday tomorrow, and it's fine, and it's okay. And I don't want to make this a thing. And I'm like, damn, Amanda, make
Yeah.
it a thing. But I felt
No, for
bad.
real. Me too. And I feel like I mean, we are aware he's probably said, well, we've seen him say worse to her. But it was just
Hmm.
sad because she's like out there having like we haven't seen Amanda have a whole lot of fun this season. And so she's just out here having fun for a change, and here comes the killjoy, ready to suck all the fun out of every situation.
But for real. And like he like goes inside, he talks to Ben about feeling shut down by Amanda and all this, like making excuses. And then Wes checks on Amanda, and she's just crying. She's like, this was a calm version of Kyle. Like,
Mm,
I've been dealing with this for 10 years. And like, I thought to myself, like, this is the best I can do. And like, he says he loves me. So, like, I don't know. And I'm like, damn, Amanda.
yeah,
It's just sad and shows like how, like, just bad. Like, she felt like she deserved that. It's like, Amanda, you can do so much better than that.
right.
You're literally being like consoled by the person you're going to move on with.
Yeah.
Just kidding, kind of, allegedly,
I
maybe.
mean, maybe this is where it started.
Mm. But then Kyle stumbles in the room, and then West is like, "Tell her you're sorry. Tell her." And then Kyle's like, "Man, I'm sorry for saying fuck you."
Well, didn't he disagree first? He's like, she told me to fuck off, and Wes
He
is like,
said,
he's like, she literally didn't say anything to you.
"Fine, I'll say it. I'll say it." And then it starts off calm, and he apologizes. And then he's like, "I just don't feel like you like listen to me, and you don't make an effort." And she's like, "What is making an effort?" And he's like, "You're hanging out with my friends." He says, "My friends." I'm like, "Sir, they're also her friends. And at this point,
Right,
they like her more than you."
right.
So I don't know what you're getting at. But she just pushes back and she's like, "You hang out with strangers all the time. Like, what do you want me to actually do?" And he's like, "Whatever, you're a dumbass fucking bitch." And I'm like,
It
"Oh,
continues. He just makes it worse. Oh my God, this guy.
it's crazy." And it's just like, Ben and like, Ben and Wes are both saying that like Amanda said nothing to warrant like this outburst. And then Kyle and Wes start talking, and he's like, "She spent more time with you than me." Was Kyle picking up on something? I don't
Also,
know,
that
but
was your
still,
fucking choice in this
that
scenario. You
part
could have
too.
spent time with her. What's wrong with you? Oh my
Also, he said
God.
the past 6 months, and I'm like, "Sir, didn't you start this season off saying that you've been gone the past 6 months
That's what I'm
DJing?"
saying. Did you want her to come with you every night? I'm so confused. He's annoying. He just, whatever narrative benefits him is the one he's going to swing with. Because it's like, oh, I've been DJing to provide. Like, it's good. And then now you haven't seen her for 6 months. But then she smokes weed every night and you don't want to be around her. But now you're in a group setting and she's hanging out with your friends. Like,
Yeah.
whatever way he can paint himself as a victim, he's going to. It's
And it's
disgusting.
just the thing with Kyle, and I heard, I think someone on TikTok saying something kind of like this. It's like he's just very like selfish and like he wants Amanda to do things that he wants her to do.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, like I think he does want her to like travel with him DJing. Like ideally that would be perfect. Fuck anything Amanda wants to do.
Hmm.
And it's similarly to how she even started working for Loverboy. She was working a different job, and he was basically pressuring her to join Loverboy to
Hmm.
help it out, but then also calling her lazy because after she worked her 9 to 5, she didn't want to do work for Loverboy. I'm
Hmm.
like, "Sir, she just worked."
Yeah. No, that's definitely what it seems like. Is he just wants her? He Amanda's supposed to be a puppet that does whatever he wants her to do.
Hmm. I will give Kyle this though. He said one true thing. He said Amanda hates him, and I'm like, she does.
She does.
No
She
excuse
definitely
to
hates
call her a
him.
dumbass fucking bitch and tell her fuck you in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's
But
mean.
you were right about that. I think because I was thinking, why did Andy say it was the worst? And some podcasters that get like screeners, I saw them on threads kind of agreeing
Hmm.
with it. I think what it was, because we've heard her call or heard him call her a bitch and like curse at her. One season he threw a pillow at her. I mean, it was at like her feet, but still.
Hmm.
And was just like, "Oh, fuck off," or something like that, and like threw it. And it's just like he's been bad and has done worse things. I think what it is, I don't know, the first, like during it, it felt very like true crime. Like there was this like weird, like quietness to everything that
Hmm.
made it feel like a lot more eerie. And he really was just like drunk and stumbling. And I think what really made it bad was Amanda not arguing back. Like she was
Yeah.
just sad and quiet. And it was just like, damn.
Yeah, no, it was definitely like because usually we'll see a back and forth or something, but the way that everybody was just like, "You're being weird, Kyle," and then she's just like defeated because she goes to West, talks to West for a second. He gives her a half-ass apology, calls her a bitch. She leaves again. You see her kind of just like trying to not get upset, and then she goes and cries in bed for the rest of the night. Like it was
Hmm.
really sad. She seemed really defeated. Like
It,
I,
it
I think the fact that it was so unwarranted. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like she literally didn't do
It
anything.
was extremely one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
Where like maybe in the past, Amanda at least like she's engaged, like she's like gone back and forth with him. Not to say what he did was any better, but it was at least like an argument or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. So then the next day, Lindsay FaceTimes Gemma and she's like, "Hi, Gemma. Guess what mommy's gonna do? She's gonna start another fire today. Get ready, Gemma." Um, Kyle tells us there's no excuses, but he's noticed jabs when watching the seasons back. And we get a montage kind of Amanda's jabs. But I'd love to point out they were from like the past like two seasons when they weren't in a good place. And I guess my question is, Kyle, okay, you saw her give the jab. Did you see what happened for her to give the jab
Yeah.
or anything like that?
No, I mean he's so annoying because it's like we literally see you be awful to this woman. I don't mind that she pays you dust and more. like like she shouldn't. I would low key be the same exact way if I was in her situation and like still trying to
Hmm.
figure it out with you.
Yeah.
No, man. Like yeah, maybe she could censor herself or whatever, but she's a person in real time going through a rough patch in her relationship. You don't listen to her, you don't hear her out, you don't try to meet her halfway. What else do you want her to do? I'd be the exact same way.
Yeah. Also, it's just like, what's worse, her giving like slight side jabs that we saw, or like when she came to you the one season saying she wanted to do a bikini line, you like, I think telling her either to fuck off or calling her selfish or something, and then going and throwing a hissy fit saying she's the laziest person ever and all this shit and like calling her a bitch. Like, what's worse, slight
What's
side
worse?
jabs or like abuse?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
know.
it's like ironic that he's always like, you don't support me. And it's like, well, when have you ever supported her?
What is there to support, Kyle? You're
Literally.
like embarrassing. Like, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Mia and Ciara reflect on the conversation that we had saw the previous episode, and they say how they appreciate the house and how they held space for them to speak.
Yeah.
And Ciara says if she's going to have like white friendships, they need to have honest conversations. And even though it can be uncomfortable to talk about race, it's uncomfortable for her to say nothing. I'm like, period.
Yeah, no, it was good.
And then they do say they would kill for KJ.
Yeah, they're like, we love KJ. Protect KJ at all costs.
hmm Amanda tells Lindsay about what happened and fills her in, and then it kind of goes back to Ciara and Mia. And Ciara is saying flat out, like, I tried to tell Amanda you cannot have kids with him. And then Mia's like,
Yeah.
why are they together? And Ciara's just like, bitch, I don't know. And
Shit.
I'm
We're really getting down to it. I've been wondering the
thought,
same thing since
right.
I've
I
seen
thought
these
she
two
was gonna,
people.
yeah, I thought she was gonna say something like for the show or like because it's like public or something, but she didn't quite go there.
She just
I
said she
don't
didn't
know.
know. It's a good answer.
I mean, hey, who really knows at this point?
Yeah.
And then really like the rest of the episode, they're prepping for the party because it's gonna be Kyle's 43rd birthday party, everyone. Um,
Yay.
woo. Lindsay and KJ talk about Dara, and he says he's in his head, but he's excited. And then Lindsay brings up Ben, and then she's like, "Oh, well, like, what do you think they talked about in his room for an hour?" And he's just like, "Huh?" And she's like, "You didn't know?" "Oh yeah, I heard they were in his room for an hour. Bailey told me." And then we get a flashback where Bailey, Levi, and Lindsay are at like lunch. And I will say in this flashback, Bailey says that Dara went to the room in one outfit and left in another. There was no mention of an hour. Now, I'm
Mm.
not saying she didn't say an hour, maybe at some point, or maybe they didn't show it, but at least in that flashback, she never mentioned an hour.
Isn't that interesting? Um, I so we've talked about this before. I really hate it when the show brings up things that we didn't see. Because if we
Hmm.
saw the full thing, then we wouldn't be confused. Because I would also want to know the context in which it was said. I feel like Bailey said this for Ben, not for Dara.
That's the thing.
But maybe she did for maybe like I think her point was I wonder if there's something going on between Ben and Dara, mainly because
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Ben. But
Hmm.
now she's kind of looped KJ into something and gave it to the messiest girl on the planet, Lindsey, who has been clocked in,
Yes.
but now not for a mess that I want to see.
She has her bob, a top hat, and an agenda. She's ready to go.
She's ready to go. So, yeah, I wonder where this hour thing came from.
Yeah, and like I don't think Lindsay maybe thought she said that. I don't know, but it was just like it seems to me that that's like the big detail that people are going to harp on.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know.
And if more happened in that room, we would have seen it because they showed us Ben and Dara talking. And they were
Yeah.
sitting kind of close to each other. It seemed a little flirtatious, but nothing more. There's a bathroom in each bedroom. I imagine she went in, was talking to Ben, changed her clothes, and left.
Yeah.
But if they want,
Period.
but now like Lindsay's implying something more happened to the sweetest man on Bravo.
Poor KJ.
Poor KJ
He's too
starts to
pure for this
spiral.
program.
No, he really is. He's like, what the fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Mm.
uh, so then KJ's just shook. And then Lindsay, she's talking to Ciara and she's like, I'm wearing zebra to spite Carl. Just kidding. And I'm like, you're not kidding, is the thing.
I never think about Carl.
Not even with what I'm wearing. It's a whole set. KJ tells Carl about what he just heard, and Carl's like, get used to it. If you're in a relationship, they're gonna talk about it. And
That's
I'm
not
like,
helpful.
not helpful at all. True, but not
Oh,
helpful.
poor KJ continues to spiral. Thanks.
Yeah.
You
And
mean this is
KJ's
not
whole
gonna be the
thing,
first time?
right. And his whole thing is just he's worried that Dara lied
Yeah.
about what happened. And I'm like, we'll get to Dara. But so Sierra, West, Jesse, and Ben talk about last night. And Wes says that Kyle had said that Amanda gave him fuck you eyes, which she probably did look annoyed with him, but you were dancing embarrassingly on top of a speaker with a king hat
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, and you're killing the vibe. I don't know. And
Yeah,
I don't know. You can't imply what an expression. So she looked at you a kind of way and deserved all that stuff. That's
right.
interesting.
Mm. And Sierra's like, I don't know how Amanda like pretends things are fine. Like if I'm pissed, you're gonna know. And Wes is
Mm.
like, we know. And she's
Also,
like,
I mean, go
what?
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, she said, like, oh, wouldn't you prefer that? At least you know where I stand.
Mm-hmm. I
I
was
was
gonna
like,
say
sure.
Amanda doesn't pretend things are fine. Or I mean, I guess this day she is just kind of like going with it, but she doesn't really pretend.
No, she'll make it uncomfortable.
Yeah. I guess like maybe they're just saying because she's not like actively mad at him on his birthday, but for the
Yeah.
most part she doesn't pretend anything is fine.
No, she's like, he was a
That's like,
DJ to spite me. And also, I hate him. And also, he lost his wedding ring. So I'm not wearing mine. And
hell
guess what
yeah.
else? He was a drunk fool that one weekend. And he split his head open and he lost his credit card. And what a husband, huh? And it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, okay.
And I gotta watch out of it. Like, no, she stands on fucking business. That's like low key my favorite thing about her.
Let me see what time it is on my watch.
That watch move is goaded. I was like, yes, girl, see what else you can get before you leave his ass.
I know, right? You got a few months.
They
Nope.
must have been divorced already by the time she was making that confession or filing or something. 'Cause she's like, I'll get a watch before I leave him. Like, wait, what? This is the first time you've alluded to leaving him.
I know. I think that, or it was just like she knew it was going to happen, but was like masking it with a joke because maybe she
Mm,
couldn't fully accept it. But it's like,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
true. But Ben starts to bring up the lover boy struggles and like throws around these figures, and Sierra's like, who fucking cares? Like, whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Like, it's his. And I'm like, period. Because this is the thing. Kyle always complains about something with Loverboy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always something. So it's just like, what are we doing? Like it can't be the reason for everything. And at some point, like when is it going to be like, okay, like that's Kyle's problem. Like why are you taking that out on everybody else?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Something about like I don't know why it's like okay, like why he thinks it's okay. on a platform that helps him, that he
Hmm.
would complain about business struggles. Like, it kind of seems like counterproductive. Like, that's not gonna make me want to go buy Loverboy. Do you want me to feel bad for you? Like, I don't know what you're getting at. Like, what's the benefit of doing this? Like, why would you?
Right.
It's kind of embarrassing. You're not embarrassed? Like, you're talking about bankruptcy? Like, why? Why would you do that? They talk
It's
about money too much on this show, man. It's weird as fuck to me.
Yeah, it sounds like you're not a
Specifically,
good
money
businessman.
problems.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much debt you're in.
Have you ever had it? Is it good?
I tried the espresso martini one.
Hmm.
I don't really like espresso martinis, so I didn't like them. So I'll give it that, but I've heard they're not that great. Like people online have said they're not good. And then Sierra just flat out says that she thinks they should separate. Like they just need time apart. And it's like, I'm glad someone said it.
Yeah. And I think Jesse was like, that would not be good. And I'm like, what's wrong with
He
you,
said, oh,
dude?
it's awkward to tell friends or when they're in relationships or something like that. I'm just like, Jesse, shut up.
Mm, yeah.
Mm, but typical
Uh,
Jesse.
but Sierra, I was like, yes. I'm sure
I'm
it's not
glad.
the first time she's told him. I mean, she when Amanda was crying a couple weeks ago and she went and checked in on her, she's been alluding to it. Like, you don't deserve to feel
Yeah.
this way.
She's been all but saying it. So I'm glad she finally said it.
Yeah.
And like, she's right. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm glad she's finally like, she's usually honest, but I'm glad she's willing to like say it
Yeah.
and like not skirt around it. Like in previous seasons, sometimes people would.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Dara arrives in an ugly outfit. It was bad.
Can you all let us know in the comments if Birkenstocks are ugly? I Here's my thing. I don't Well, no, I do. I was about to say I don't really have opinions on things, but I definitely do. But for some reason, sometimes I just accept something as it is, and I don't always think critically about it if I don't have a feeling about it one way or another. But when I saw her shoes, I was like, they are kind of ugly. But I have a pair of fake Birks, and I love them. They're comfy. I like to walk around in them. I do like the double buckle thing. It's kind of cute. So, what say you? I'm curious.
And
Brandon
look,
said they're ugly, which is why this conversation started.
I'll say this: the rest of her outfit was ugly too. It wasn't just the Birkenstocks.
Yeah, the shirt. Yeah, it wasn't her best look.
No, and she usually dresses great, so that's why I'm really saying it. But she's still beautiful.
Yes.
So she arrives, and KJ doesn't even really hug her. He's like organizing the fridge. He's really in his head,
Yeah.
but he does take her bags upstairs. Um, Kyle and Carl talk a little, and Kyle says he's the worst version of himself, and he's not able to articulate himself this summer. And I'm like, you're never able to.
Woo woo woo. Moving
Anyways,
on.
KJ, Sierra, and Mia talk. And Sierra says she needs to paint her titties. And KJ's like, what? And then Sierra says she's going to be an elderly Karma Brown, which is a character she was in previous seasons. That was like
hmm
amazing. Bam!
hmm
And that was one of her like best ones. That was when I think it really started like her costumes started getting like top tier. Um, KJ opens up about Dara and his worries. And he does mention that I guess the night before everyone was saying be careful. And I'm
Oh,
like,
with Dara?
yeah. And I wonder, was it
Oh.
just as far as jumping into a relationship or something? I mean, they were talking about going fast and everything. So maybe that's what they were talking,
Oh.
he's talking about here.
That must be because I was like, if you watched, you would know what they're talking about. Just don't be Jesse or West, please.
Yeah.
But you're not either of them. You don't have a Jesse or West bone in your body, KJ. You're
No.
fine.
KJ, you're an
Poor
angel.
guy.
I
KJ
know.
is me. I'm just like everybody's like moving around, and I'm just like I look like I'm doing something productive, and I'm just spiraling by myself.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I go and I talk to someone, and they say something unhelpful, and I'm like, continues to spirals faster.
You're like, yeah, Maggie, it is rough.
The speed, it's like it was at one time speed, now it's at two.
That is so funny. Um, Ciara says that she tells herself it's better to have loved and have lost than to have not loved at all.
Sometimes it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead.
Not Adele again. Oh, I love that.
Summer
What a
House
great album.
S10. Look at us.
Look at us. And but she encourages him and she leads a breathing exercise. And she's like, feel the wind in your do-rag. And he's like, it's a wave cap. And then they laugh. It was funny.
Wait, is this after he like kind of stormed off?
I think so. I think he
Okay.
had that moment where he went in the front for a minute.
Yeah, we just saw him just leave the house
Yeah.
out of the
He's like,
front
I gotta
door.
go.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
um, a makeup artist shows up for Kyle. And then Matt and Katie show up, which is Kyle and Amanda's friends. I think they seem like they were Australian, or at least the guy was.
It was so brief, I forgot that they even
Right.
did that. Because I was like,
I,
oh, they have friends. Oh, look. And then we didn't see them again.
right. And like they acted like they knew Ben. So I was like, oh, was this from the wedding? Like in Italy?
Yeah. Were those, is that the couple that got married, I think is what you said?
Yeah. And then some podcasts said that they thought maybe they'll be in the city, like in the spinoff show since
Mm,
they put their names. And I'm like, maybe.
okay.
So we'll see. But KJ and Dara chat and he tells her about what happened. And she says, ha ha, that's funny. No, I was in and out of the room just like that. I changed and then I left. And I'm like, mm, I don't know if that's true. Which, I mean,
Implying that it happened quickly?
yeah.
Yeah.
I,
She
which
kind of
it's,
was in and out. Like, she did talk to him,
and
but in
like
and out
the,
implies, like, in and out.
right. And the thing is, oh my God, I
No
feel,
movement in between. You went in, you went out.
yes. And here, before I get into my thoughts on Dara, I will say she does validate his feelings completely. And this was
Hmm.
a great conversation, and I liked it. And she's pissed at Bailey, though.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll talk to her. It feels like sabotage. And I'm like, I don't think she was trying to sabotage you and KJ. I think she was trying to sabotage you and Ben.
Hmm.
Um, but here's my thing with Dara or Dara. There's just something about her I don't trust. And I don't know what it is. I don't necessarily dislike her. I don't know if I like her either.
Hmm.
But it's just, I don't know if I said this on the podcast. Maybe I did. I forget. But when she came on, I was like, oh, it was very clear to me that like she's gonna like her way in is she's gonna like kind of like I don't want to say like cling herself to a guy, but like associate herself with a guy. And like she's flirting with Ben and she's also flirting with KJ. And I'm like, honestly, I was like, go off. Like that's low key in these shows, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
And I was not mad at it at all. It did seem though that she was interested in Ben. And people have pointed out that they thought she was more interested in Ben because and they bring up the moment where KJ is like, "Oh, should we take a tour?" And they were just like Dara kind of looked back at Ben and was just like, "Does anyone want to take a tour?" And then no one
Mm.
did and it was just her and KJ. Now, I don't know too much about that, but I could buy that she liked Ben because I did think they were flirty when she did go in the room.
Hmm.
Now, with that, I don't really care. I don't think it matters. Like, I don't care if she slept with him, like, or anything. She doesn't know these people. KJ
Yeah.
didn't even remember meeting her the first time. Like, she doesn't owe anyone anything. Like, she can do whatever she wants. Like,
Right.
I don't think it matters. But if she wasn't fully, I think the issue is whether or not she's being fully honest. Now, from what we saw, they didn't do anything. But from what we also saw, I don't think she was in and out.
Yeah.
Like
She
they were
was.
more flirty, which again was fine. But
Yeah.
if you're not disclosing that, it makes it seem sus, even if it's not.
Yeah.
And then like she does a lot of interviews. And at first I was like, oh, she must be coming on the show more. But then she wasn't on an episode for a couple weeks. And I was like, why is she doing all these interviews? And then like I don't know. She will say stuff like, oh, Lindsay's mother. Like, I love Lindsay Hubbard. And like, me, Bailey, and Levi, we really got along. Like, I had fun with them. And we know that's not the case. You're pissed at Bailey. And we saw a clip where you argue with both of them.
That's suspect to me. Out of everything you said, that's the most suspect to me.
Right. And then
Like
it's
she's
just like,
performative.
yeah, there's something. And like, so there's this one thing. She was on a podcast and she was talking about the cleaning situation. And she was like, we clean everything. It is all us. Nobody helps. It's all our doing. And Bailey commented, she was just like, a cleaning service comes every week and like cleans. And we only really clean on Saturdays. And even with that, production helps. So it's not really just us.
But to that, I was like, she didn't even live there. So maybe from the time that she was there, she did think they did all the cleaning.
And this is what reminded me of Lexi from last season. Remember the one time when Lexi would do interviews about her and Bailey? And she was like, me and Bailey, we would always have these inside jokes. We'd always just meet in the hallway and like gossip and we would get coffee and all this. And it's like Bailey was there one weekend.
We often. And it's like,
Yes.
girl, what?
And it's kind of like, are they
Uh,
getting a vibe with Dara that she's really enmeshing herself when she really wasn't there that much? And then it's kind of like, why are you so eager to cement yourself in this?
mm-hmm.
Because then also there was this wing thing that a lot of the cast did. And Lindsay had to answer who was there for fame. And she said Dara. And then Bailey said, I didn't say it. And KJ was there.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing's this, and a lot of people said this, which I do agree. They're all there for fame. You're on a
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, don't hate on the girl who's now having her chance to do what you've already done.
Right. But then I'm wondering, I'm like,
They're
is their
like,
thing, oh, she went with KJ or solidified a relationship so she would have a big part in the show and get more fame?
right, right. That's the bigger question. Okay.
Which they are together to this day, KJ and Dara. She was posting him a little bit, a lot after this episode.
A little bit, a lot. Uh, yeah. I didn't think anything twice about Dara. Like Birkenstocks, some things I just take them as they are, and I don't think too critically about it until you do something suspect. When
Mhm.
they first that first episode when they introduced Dara, she was flirting with both Ben and KJ, but we saw her kick off with KJ like a lot more cuz they had the interaction where he was like, "Oh, we met, blah blah, blah." They do the tour. Then she talks to I feel like it went she spoke to Ben after that, and then she and KJ did the whole earring thing. Or there was at least two times where she had an interaction with KJ and only one time where she had an interaction with Ben, and that was the
Mhm.
bedroom one. So I kind of was like, I think she's feeling KJ more, and then the next episode it was like confirmed. So I never thought twice about her with KJ versus her with Ben. In and Out is a stretch, I do agree. And yeah, maybe, she's enjoying the limelight, wants to do some interviews, wants to become like an influencer and gain a following and stuff. Do I think that means that she doesn't like KJ? I don't know. That might be a stretch. But is she reaping the benefits of being on the show? Hell yeah. She's
Mhm.
like, my relationship with Wes finally pays off. Use it, girl. I don't
Finally.
know. I don't, but I don't know if that means she's just with KJ just because it actually does seem like she likes him, but I mean, I don't know these people, so who knows?
Right. And my thing is like, I do think it's a good sign that they're still together,
Yeah.
but I do always side eye people who post a lot of their like significant others.
Mm.
Like, and kind of like, she posted there was one, he was like on the couch, like on a laptop, and then her two pets. And she was just like, every day for us, the love of my life and my two kids, or something like that. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, everybody's loving KJ right now. So it is kind of smart for her to post him. Either she's
Hmm.
super strategic or she's super slimy. Both actions could lead, you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
could be interpreted either way. Either she's just like, "Oh my god, no, like, I want to gain a
Yeah.
following. This is like how I make my money and I really love this guy or I'm using this guy to make money." And I guess the only downside of all this is KJ is such a sweet guy that maybe he could end up in a situation like that.
Yeah. And like, I would understand her picking KJ over Ben. I think KJ is better than Ben in every way.
Yeah.
So I do understand that. But it was just like, I don't think she was just like, I'm gonna be with KJ to solidify my part in this show. I think the feelings are genuine, but there's
Okay.
just something
About
I
her that you
don't
don't trust.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I have like this off feeling,
Yeah.
and it's just little things. It's nothing
Yeah.
crazy. But, like the Amanda and West rumors, enough breadcrumbs. No, I'm kidding. I don't
Yeah.
think there's that many breadcrumbs. And I don't think she's using KJ like that. It's more the other things, honestly.
Yeah, that she's really just taking advantage of the opportunity to be on the show, which
Yeah.
I don't know if you could hate her for that. Because
Yeah.
I didn't suspect a thing from her. And I don't
Right.
think she's got bad intentions, but
Hmm.
I don't know her.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And I think that's the hard part too, because it's like you should take advantage of the opportunities.
Right,
But
who wouldn't?
I guess it's like, is there a
Overdoing it?
genuine overdoing? Is there a genuineness? Because although everyone's there for fame, there's also a genuineness as far as wanting to get to know everybody. And like, I don't know. The hard part is we've also barely seen her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that's part of my thing too. I'm like, I don't really know her, but there's a lot of like things happening, yet we barely seen her.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of like talk online. Like there's some people who are really behind her in KJ and like are for her, and there's some people who are really against her and like are calling her a user. And I don't know if I go with either. I feel like I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
Like what you said,
Yeah.
it's like kind of both. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like her actions could be interpreted either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
And then
have to
it's
see,
just,
Brandon.
yeah, we'll
I don't
have to
know.
see. I don't know either. I hope for KJ's sake it's not true.
Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, like again, I don't dislike Dara. And there was moments where I do like when she was first doing the interviews, I was just like, oh, I really like Dara. But then she kept doing the interviews. And I don't know, people were gagging because she said that KJ was a man written by a woman. And I think I was at first too. But then also when I heard it, I was just kind of like, what Pinterest quote did you find that from?
But didn't he say that about himself? I could have sworn he said basically said the same thing.
He's like said things like that because he was raised by women
Yeah.
and all of that. But it felt like she came up with that line and was like, I'm going to say it in an interview,
Yeah.
and which is fine. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
It's just hard. But you know what, Dara? I hope you're there for the right reasons. And I hope you don't hurt KJ. And KJ, I hope you don't hurt Dara. I don't foresee it. You don't seem like the type that would like hurt someone.
No.
But I hope it goes well. Nothing but the best.
For you both.
Yes. Um, so then we get the part where we see everyone's costumes because
Mm.
Kyle's theme is like elderly and like people have to dress old. West is Mrs. Doubtfire because people say he looks like Robin Williams, which
Oh,
I
he
thought was
does.
genius.
Yeah, that's super smart.
Mia's was funny. I thought Lindsay sees Carl and she's like, "Did you dye your hair gray because 3 summers ago you got compliments?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did." Ah, knew it. I'm like, oh my God. Not you clocking him for the 5th time this episode.
But
It
she
was
doesn't
kind
pay
of funny
attention to him.
though. No, not at all. But that one made me laugh a lot. I was like, damn.
Relax on me.
um, Amanda did make a funny BBL joke to Mia because Mia's like pillows got flattened that she made her butt. And she's like, you can't sit on a BBL after you first get it. It's like, that was funny. But I have to say, Ciara won the costume contest, in my opinion.
For some reason, when I first saw her, I only saw the wig. But when I saw her fake breasts, I just was like, this is my favorite thing. One of my favorite things about Ciara. She will pull up in the wildest thing, right? We're talking about the Renaissance. She's a rat. Like, of all things, like, you take a theme and you find the most obscure, funniest part to play in it, and you always hit. She never misses. And I was
Mm-mm.
also just like, I didn't know that that was physically possible for somebody to have fake, gigantic tatas. Like, it was so
Right.
funny. It was so funny.
It was the best. And it's funny, people were posting pictures. They would try them on after the party. Like West was in one, and I think they put one of Amanda's bikinis. Interesting.
Ah,
Um,
damn.
but it was too good. What killed me about hers was her face.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a
Oh my
part in
God.
the party where it's just her like dancing. She's like, and it's just like her face.
Yeah, because it's not on properly and it's falling apart kind of and it's all wrinkly in the best way.
Yes. And she's
It
going down the
really sold
stairs and
it.
she's like, Jesus, Jesus.
She was even walking down the stairs as an old lady and no one was around. She was just doing
No,
it for shits
she
and
was
gigs.
committed. I
So
love
funny.
it.
That girl's fucking hilarious.
She is. Sierra, can we meet you? Come on the pod, please.
Please.
Ugh.
I would have supported you in Traders. I would have never voted you out. You're a nurse.
Never. I didn't even care if you were a traitor.
I literally hate West for you and only you.
Period. And we will hate Amanda for you too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Um, they do the party, like everyone arrives and everything. And then West and Jesse chat. And Jesse thought it was crazy what Sierra said about the separating. And West is like, we've known them for 3 years. Have you ever seen Kyle and Amanda and been like, I get it?
And that's why I'm like, Jesse still got a couple things to learn about relationships. Like, you want them to stay together? What's
Right.
wrong with you?
No, he's like, I know friends who argue worse. I'm like,
Okay,
that's not
and
good.
that doesn't make it okay still.
That's not a good relationship either.
No, those friends should not be friends. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just one of those people that it's like you stick it out no matter what if you're married. And I'm like, I do not like that narrative. And if
No, not
somebody is
at
not
all.
treating you well, please pack up and go.
Right. Um, and then Wes gives a hot take that ends the episode where he's like, nice gifts means that you're shitty in every other way possible. And he's like, anytime you get a good gift, like usually you're overcompensating. And he references Wolf of Wall Street. And I'm like, true statement. I like the bold take, but also it's a little crazy for you to say that Kyle's shitty in every way possible because now you're allegedly boinking his ex-wife. So were you passionate because you really wanted them to not be together?
Clock it. Because his take was hot. I was like, oh, okay. Wes is on one today, relationship counselor. But if you did that, oh,
Mm,
you're scummy.
very.
I mean, I already knew that, but
We knew. And as
some
other
people are
podcasts have
learning.
pointed out, oh, you'll defend Amanda and you found your voice here. But when it comes to anything about Sierra,
True. True.
but anyways, with that,
Anyways,
that was the end of the episode. We got it to be continued. But
we
I
did.
do think we're going to get the Bailey, Dara, Levi thing because I saw there was one sneak peek and it's Lindsay's housewarming.
Mm.
Carl shows up. I think the sneak peek, I didn't watch it, but it looked like it was that Carl shows up because he was invited. But I think that is where Bailey, Levi, and Dara will have their moment.
Is Bailey there that weekend or no?
Not this weekend.
Or I mean, Levi. Neither of them are there, right?
No, yeah, neither.
Okay. Okay.
So at least we have that to potentially look forward to. Hopefully they don't wait till the end and then leave us on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. We've had a lot to talk about because of everything that kind of happened outside of the episode, but altogether, this was kind of the most not great episode so far this season, in my opinion. Because there
No,
was
I
just a lot
agree.
of like, oh, is Kyle's worst moment? I mean, it's like, see, it's like when you do stuff like that, you hype it up and then it becomes a
Hmm.
letdown. But I also thought this was gonna be the clip of us seeing Kyle running outside and Amanda chasing him. I thought that was
Hmm.
gonna happen this episode. It didn't. And then the like precursor to the Dara and Bailey drama that we didn't see either. So it's just like a lot of nothing
Yeah. It was just kind
really.
of like watching them set up for the party and then
Yeah.
talk about Kyle. It
And
was just
set
kind
up
of
for
like,
whatever drama's gonna come next. Yeah.
right. So it's like, it was pretty mid. So yeah, I guess thank God for the rumors.
Yeah.
Um,
All
but
rumors are true. Yeah.
with that, I think that's it for today's episode. Thank y'all so much for listening. Make sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Give us five
Please
stars.
do
Give us
it.
5 stars. Give
Yeah.
us 5 stars.
Hey.
And if you leave a review, we'll shout this out.
Yeah.
And on Spotify, you can also give us 5 stars. You can leave comments on episodes, and we like to respond. We
Somebody left
did.
a really good one. Oh, okay. You gonna
They
shout it
did.
out?
I'll pull it up. I have my phone right here.
Okay, I was about to grab it.
But while I'm pulling that up, you can also, if you want to see our beautiful faces, instead of just listening to our beautiful voices, you could
Ah,
subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Shade It All Podcast. So on Spotify, we got a comment from Nicole Donovan, and they had said, I really, really love y'all's commentary and the weight you give to important topics, but I especially love y'all's hate for Nick Vial and Brav Bros.
wasn't
Period.
that? Thank you so much. Wasn't that so affirming, Brandon?
It was very affirming. And it's like, I like to be known not only for our willingness to talk about deep topics, but also our hate for straight white men with microphones.
Mm-hmm.
It's an
Mm-hmm.
epidemic that's running rampant
Yep.
throughout the world.
Yep.
And we need to put a stop to it.
We do. We do.
Um, but with that, you can also follow us on TikTok at the Shaved It All Podcast, where we post fun clips. We also have our Patreon at the Shade of It All. For $3 a month, you can watch shows live with us every week. Right now we're doing Summer House. So every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we watch the show on Peacock. And we like to comment and chat with y'all. So it's super fun. So you should join. It's only $3. But with that being said, thank y'all so much, and we'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.